Hey guys, Ryan the Nerd here. Sorry for not uploading. Been busy with school and online and stuff, and I haven't been motivated to do anything lately. But I've actually been rewatching 2001: Space Odyssey, and I forgot that I actually made this what I'm about to show you, but I guess I could just show you right now. So here it is. This is the custom monolith that I made all by myself, painted it, hand painted, and all. I had this for a long time actually, and I never did a video on it because I didn't think it needed a video. But I realized that I wanted to show people my custom monolith. As you can see, it's the monolith from 2001: Space Odyssey. It's just black. It's just black. This is basically kind of like the if you don't know what I made out of it is, you can probably see the outline here. This is actually a phone, like, not a phone case, but like a phone box that when you buy a new iPhone, it comes in a box. And we have quite a few of them in the walk-in closet behind me. And like long time ago. This was before I even moved into this house. This was like I think can't remember when I made it, but we had this iPhone case, and then I painted it. It was white, and I painted it over with some black paint. And you can see the brush marks and stuff. Try to get the right dimensions on it, but I think I did pretty well on it. So it is just a black slab. There's nothing too spectacular, and you can see the little white poking out, but I mostly display it from the front. But there is some stuff actually inside this box here, this monolith, custom-made monolith here. So, as you can see, I'm going to take this. So, you can see that there is a phone case, but I'm going to take this off, and you won't see that. That's for later. So, as you can see, it is an iPhone case, very in-depth. But behind it, we have this. Now, it just might look like a lot of colors, but everybody who knows 2001: Space Odyssey will know what this is. This is the Stargate, where, spoilers, if you haven't watched the movie, shame on you, go watch the movie if you haven't. But the Stargate is at the end of the movie where Dave goes through the Stargate, and this is what you see. And so, try to get the right thing. So, you got the black there with the orange, inside the blue, yellow, green. Over here, we got the pink, the purple, some red there. And then over up the top here, we have some red with some black there. But also the little blue, like, diamonds or tetrahedrons, whatever you want to call them. They were in the sky or whatever. So that's above. So you can't see the inside the phone case or the inside the inbox or whatever. So that's pretty much it for the top of it. So let's move on to the other half of the box. So this is the, so you can't see that there's no painted detail on there. So it is just like, it's just black on the other side. So, oops. But I can show you the stuff that is inside later, because I want to save that for later. But on the inside of it, we have 2001: Space Odyssey with the Earth with the Star Child. So, you have the Stargate sequence, and you have the Star Child in one case, and then it is just paper, there's no paint. And I didn't want, because if you open it, there's like you actually have the actual iPhone, and then you actually have like some stuff in there. It's all weird and jagged, and I actually made this yesterday, actually, and I also painted the side of this side, actually, because this side was gray for some reason. I don't know why it was gray. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I painted that over. So I just wanted to get a black slab. And then over here, I made the Star Child. Tried to make it good as possible. And then it's just paper with some tape inside. Don't mind the bend that needs to be there, so I can put all the stuff in there and then actually fits in there. It doesn't say all the way, but, you got that. And I drew the Star Child with different shades of, so you got the dark blue, and then you also have like the kind of greenish blue, and then you have the circle around it, and then you have the Earth with some clouds. I don't have a white marker, so I just took some gray and I just did that. But the actual stuff that's inside of it, there is 4. So we're going to take a look at the 2 first objects. So the first one is this. This is just a Lego bone here. This is just a Lego bone, no painted, very old. If you know 2001 Space Odyssey, you will know what this is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a Lego bone, nothing special. And then we have Moon Watcher, which is a painted Hainer monkey. You know those red like monkeys that are like this? I took one of them. I have a bunch of them upstairs in my room for some reason. I just took one and I painted it. So I try to get as much detail as Moonwatcher as possible. So you know you got the black fur with the gray hands and the gray feet and the gray face. And then on the back you can see the red. It's because of the gray paint that I used. It's not like really thick gray paint. It's like mostly watery. And I do shake up my paints just to let you guys know. But I think that this hand and that foot down here did way better than this foot and that hand. And you can see that the face is a little red, but I don't seem to mind it. And also I try to paint the ears as well. But you know, there you go. He can't stand, so he can touch the monolith. And he can't hold the bone, sadly. I just wanted to throw the bone in there, so maybe I'll glue it on. But I really like this Lego piece, so I'm just gonna leave it. Not gonna glue it on at anyway, so he can like monkey. And then we have Dave. This is a custom-made Lego Dave minifigure with so let me take off his helmet here, and so I can actually just show you the details in here. Okay, so the backpack that I used, it's just a Lego backpack, like a travel pack. I used that for the front oxygen tank, and then I used gray paint, and I painted the kind of silver around Dave's neck for the helmet. And so inside is just white because you don't actually need to see that part. And by the way, if you don't know me, I don't think I ever told anybody this, but I used to custom Lego figures a lot actually. So this was a good test. I made this Dave when I made the Monolith, the actual thing. This was not here like 2 years ago. I made it like, I think maybe, yeah, 2 years ago, 2019. I made it like 2019, 2 years ago. So this was never here. The monkey wasn't here. But Dave, the bone, and the other thing, and the Stargate inside was here. And I just threw them in there, and then you can hear it shake, whatever. But I have a lot of these, and so I just, you know what, just screw it. So just painted there. And then for his body here, it's just a red torso. Nothing, like there's no back detail on the figure at all. There's no back detail. And you can see the little, like, black hands, because inside of the gloves, like I said before in my plush review, that he does have some black underneath his red gloves, so I tried to do that as well. Oops. No painted detail whatsoever on this. So, but, you know, there you go. So, it's a little bit big, which is kind of sad, but, you know, I don't mind it. And also on the back here, it's a little paint chip because of, like, the helmet and all. Let's look at the helmet. So, the helmet here, it's just a red helmet, like a classic Lego helmet. So, let me just take this off. Just a custom, well, not custom, but, like, just a red, like, space helmet, I guess, or, like, a bike helmet. And then for the visor here, I tried to get it clear, but I couldn't find a clear one, so I literally had to, like, take a snorkel of one of my diver figures that I display in my room. But I used his body, I think, and the helmet and the snorkel piece, obviously. So that's his visor. And then Dave's head here, as you can see, this was a perfect head for Dave for this figure. Very, very looks like Dave, in my opinion. You kind of like no expression, and then on the back, you know, he's kind of confused. So I could probably use this face if he's going through the Stargate sequence, or I'm just going to keep it this face. This is what the face I had before when I took it off. So, you know, just put it on like that. and then just put it on like that. I can probably like lift it up so you can probably see that. So there you go. So I mean, it's not clear at all, but you know, and the helmet kind of just sits down. But there you go. There is the custom-made Dave and the custom-made monkey. But we have one more thing, which is another custom Lego. The reason why I chose Lego, you know, it's a theme with like the Lego Dave and the Lego Bone. The reason why I choose Lego is because I really wanted Lego figures. Mostly because I wanted to get back into customizing Lego figures. But I also wanted something to fit in here. So that's why I chose the Lego pieces and the Lego Dave, was because so it can actually fit inside the Monolith. Because if I just, like, it would be really weird if I just took... It would be really weird. Like, it would be really weird if I made a Dave plush and I would be, and it can't fit in the Monolith. I mean, like, there you go. There you go. There's Dave in the Monolith, you know, chill with that. But that's pretty much it. Like, no. So that's why I chose Lego, because it's small enough, and I really wanted to customize Lego figures again. But then, the last thing, I'm pretty sure you could all guess what it is, but if you don't, then I'm just going to show you anyway. It is a custom-made HAL 9000 Lego. It is really, not that hard to make. If you really want to make your own custom HAL, Lego HAL, what I would recommend, or what you need to do, is that you need to grab a black singular piece with a stud on top, just one stud, so you know you don't want that double. And then you just take a red translucent red stud, but it makes sure that it's smooth. Oops, and I don't know where that went. Okay, here we go. And then you just put it on, and then there you go, you have HAL. And then this thing here is supposed to be like actually HAL, and I tried to, I make sure that if you could find a black one with just one stud on it, that would be great. I couldn't find one. I could only find gray, so it makes it really weird, and I hate it. But there you go, Lego HAL. Oh god. So there you go, Lego HAL. That's pretty much it. So if you want a size comparison here, there's Dave next to HAL, and you know, that's pretty much it. So you know, just throw them in there. Just throw them in there in no particular order. And also, you pretty much, I chose all of these. These are specific items, by the way. I didn't just throw random stuff in there. The reason why I chose the monkey and painted the monkey and the bone is because it's the first time the Monolith, and it's basically like the dawn of man. So the Monolith basically gave man intelligence. So that's why I chose Moonwatcher and the bone. And then we have Dave, where he's actually in the Monolith into a Stargate, and the Monolith basically makes him into a Star Child. Spoilers again. So that's why I chose Dave as well. But the reason why I chose HAL is because if you read the novels, by the way, 2001: Space Odyssey was based around a novel, not by a novel, but around a novel. Very complicated. Just Google it. You'll find something. Hold on, let me just try to focus. So why I chose HAL was because in the final, I think the final book, HAL becomes the Monolith. Google like 2001: Space Odyssey books in order, and look at the final book. You can see that there's Ghost Dave with a bunch of monoliths, and on the monolith that Dave is looking at or towards him, HAL is on top of the monolith like that. HAL becomes the Monolith. Haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to need it because I need to read it. So guys, that's pretty much it for my custom-made Monolith case. So if you really want to make your own, what I would recommend, just make sure that you find something like very rectangular, just like this shape. And paint it black, or if it's already black, good for you. So if you just want the monolith, that's perfectly fine. But if you really want to make something like this, like what I did, just find a phone case, like a phone box that your iPhone comes in. Make sure you ask your parents for permission to use it. That's what I did because I didn't want to paint it over and then they get mad at me. So this one, they perfectly fine, and that's pretty much what I did. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't care what you do, but you guys know what time it is. So, bye guys.